very good morning to you. I'm Richard Kaufman alongside Jesper Larsen. It's the 6th day of these total BWF World Championships at the Istora Senayan in Jakarta in Indonesia. Now it's a question of what colour medal will the players that have made it through to the semi-finals walk away with here on Sunday evening. Semi-finals day in the famous Istora, where many historic battles have taken place, reputations have been built and shattered, and there's been more of the same, hasn't there, over the first 5 days here. We're down to the semi-finals, we're down to a single court, and these are the first 5 offerings for you. We start the day with the mixed doubles semi-finals, 3 Chinese pairs amongst the 4. The defending champion in the women's singles and the men's singles follow on next before Denmark's hope in the women's doubles take on the unseeded Fukuman and Yonao. Football world number 1, Jesper Larsen, I said alongside me. Jesper, been a terrific week in terms of stories and the badminton, and today it'll probably get better.
Yeah, I think so. Now you can say the tournament really starts, and there will be some great matches today.
Well, you could tell it was semi-final today when you were walking into the Istora. It was a lot busier than it has been. Remember, it's only 11 o'clock in the morning here right now. Fans queuing to get in. And I'm sure it'll be to capacity once match number 2 gets on the way. The winner of that will meet the winner of this. Cheng, Yixin, the number 4 seeds, taking on Chen and Ma Jin. Well, it had to be an all-Chinese affair, didn't they, with 3 in the last 4. But this is the event where China have dominated. The other events, that hasn't been the case, has it?
No, this is the first World Championships in a very long time where China actually only have 6 constellations in the semi-finals, and it's only in mix that they are still heavily in there.
Liliana Natsir, Tantowi Ahmed, the odd couple out, if you like, being from Indonesia. And they take on Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, the defending champions, later. But as you can see, it's gone according to seeding, which again is the only event in which that has happened.
Yeah, it has, and yeah, it's going to be very interesting. We could actually have a final tomorrow where it's only mixed doubles, where we have someone from China.
I suppose that is a possibility. Here come the players. Cheng and Yixin. This is their 2nd World Championship semi-final. In only their 2nd World Championships. 1 bronze at last year's games as well. Lost to Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei on that occasion. And it's another Chinese affair for them in terms of World Championship semi-finals. Here's who they face: Chen and Ma Jin. And it would be a little bit rough of me to say the perennial bridesmaids, but they have played second fiddle, of course, to Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, but take nothing away from them. Their medal cabinet is pretty full.
Yeah, they are always doing well. It really seldom happens that they are losing before the semifinals, and you're right, very often they have lost against Zhang Nan, and but still.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they won everything the last couple of years, haven't they?
Yeah. So, well, we know who the favourites are, really. I mean, just look at the head-to-head record. 3 times they've met, 3 times. Chen and Ma Jin have won this. It's awkward, isn't it? I mean, you've done it. You're a mixed doubles coach. You're a former world number 1 men's doubles player. You must have had occasions where you're facing your compatriots, guys you've been training with day in, day out. It's not an easy situation.
No, it isn't, and you really prefer to play somebody who is not from your own country. I will say, though, that the Chinese are quite used to it because because there are so many of them, and they're doing so well on the tour. So this happens quite often for them.
There's Yixin, just 23 years of age. And as you can see, alongside Yixin, they're number 4 in the world. 2 wins in 2015. They won the Indian Open, which was their first win since they won the World Juniors in 2010. And then they won the China Masters Grand Prix Gold. They were the #1 seeds there. Bao, nearly 22, but she's won a lot of Super Series events, of course, in women's doubles. In fact, she's World Junior Champion in both the girls' doubles and the mixed doubles, of course, alongside Liu. They were semi-finalists at the Malaysian Open as well, and interestingly, they gave today's opponents a walkover. Talking of walkovers, they got one themselves yesterday. Unfortunately, Chris Adcock, too ill to participate. He said he was only just about fit to play in the quarterfinals, so in the last 16, I should say. But he just couldn't take in any fluids at all, and unfortunately, Chris and Gabby had to pull out. So it was a rest day yesterday for Liu and Bao, which I'm sure was, they were great for Bao. Of course, that's not the way they want to do it. Chen and Ma Jin, well, they come in to the tournament really having shrugged off a bit of a problem for them. They won here, the Indonesian Open, and they broke a sequence of 16 straight losses to compatriots Zhang Nan and Zhao Yunlei, who are their possible final opponents. They're looking to reach their third World Championship final. They're looking to win one, of course, for the first time. After their win in Indonesia, lost in the second round at the Open Chinese Taipei. It's not really, apart from the win here, been a great year for them. Lost in the first round of the All England quarterfinals at the Australian Open, a lot of semi-finals. As you can see, they've had a walkover as well. They got one in the second round, but it's been very straightforward for them. Straight games wins so far. They've only been just over an hour on court as a pair. Of course, they have played in their men's and women's doubles respectively as well.
Yeah, Ma Jin has. Chen was not. He was not playing men's doubles.
No, Ma Jin was in with Tian Cheng.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, they.
There's the meetings, by the way. 3-zip.
It's going to be interesting, this match, because playing in here is we spoke about that all the way during the week, and it is difficult playing in here.
Are you ready?
Both of these guys, they want to have the attack.
On my right, Bao Yixin, Liu Chen, China. And on my left, Ma Jin, Xu Chen, China. Bao is sent to serve to Xu Chen. Love all. Play.
Rohana De Silva, the umpire from Sri Lanka, getting us underway here. Semi-final day in the World Championships 2015 in Jakarta, and Xu Chen displaying his raw power from the off.
Service over.
Yeah, this needs to get a battle for who is getting the attack, because none of them can really hold the defensive when it comes to that, because they are so strong attacking both guys. Very good rallies.
Yeah, bronze and 2 silvers together. Xu Chen and Ma Jin in the World Championship. She's actually guaranteed now to have 6 World Championship medals. She won a gold at the 2010 World Championships. One in the mixed doubles with Zheng Bo. Money, that kind of exchange.
Exactly, yeah. She done well there.
2.
Stood up to him, didn't she?
Yeah. Margin just having a look at her partner. He's cross-lifting, and the opponents are able to hit the smash down at her straight, and she's not too happy about that. She wants him to lift straight.
It's early stages of this match, and obviously it's pretty tight. You coach, don't you, in the mixed doubles? Yes, but I mean, how does that differ then from, you know, coaching when you played men's doubles as well, and obviously achieved a lot doing that?
I think the difference here is, of course, that you have one player on the court that has a lot of power, and then, of course, the girl not being as strong as the boy in mixed doubles. So you need to play differently, and also in the defense, you need to find out how to open up that defense. With the Chinese girls, they're so good in defense that sometimes it's difficult hitting cross court to actually go for the girl. Yeah, the big difference is, I think, also after the service situation, you really have to close down the net and go for that attack, while in the men's doubles you will probably push it a little harder and maybe go for a winner faster. Here you try to take away the net by playing the net short and getting the lifts.
Interesting, and I've got to say that badminton so far has been fantastic, hasn't it? I mean, 7 opening points.
Definitely, yeah. You've seen some of the matches that the players just have to settle in, but the 4 of these, they got settled in pretty fast and playing really good badminton.
Service over. 4-all.
It's fair to say that, I mean, we'd be very surprised, wouldn't we, if Cheng and Yixin pull this one off?
Yeah, but now, as you mentioned earlier that Chen and Margin, they won here earlier this year.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But Bao and Lu, they won in India, and the hole in India is quite similar to this one. It's warm and it has a strong drift. So both of them have done well in similar situations. So this might get tight.
Yeah, they had a great semi-final win at the Swiss Open as well. Did Liu and Bao. They beat Tantowi Ahmed and Liliana Natsir there. And in the final, they looked like they had it wrapped up as well. They had 2 match points, but lost out to their compatriots, Lu Kai and Yachong Yachong. As it would have been 3 titles this year. You know, when you're former world junior champions like they are, Liu and Bao, there is an expectation, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely, and I think just being in the Chinese team, there are a lot of expectations towards what you're going to do and what results you're going to do. But these guys, I also think they live up to it. They have done quite well since they got into the seniors.
Yeah, second year with a guaranteed medal at the World Championships.
6-5.
And they just edged ahead in this semi-final. Don't expect Margin to miss those, though, do you? Sorry, I mean, Chen.
He did everything right except for the last shot, didn't he?
The important bit.
Yeah. Here you really see the fight for the net. Even though that Lu sees that Margin is standing up there, he's still trying to play it at the net and play it tight to get the lift from her.
Is that Superman behind her there?
Might be.
Service over. 6-7. 7-all.
Well read by Chen. He knows that Liu is not going to lift, so that Liu he wants to turn that attack around, and so Chen just moves forward and is ready for that one.
Chen, but he was being battered a bit there, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I think that's if we can say there's something that he's not that good at, is actually when he gets into the defense, he almost hits it every time. Like, he gives it power and hits it straight back to the player attacking him. And sometimes he should maybe try to block it to, you know, turn it around, but he just keeps on going, driving at it.
Nine, 7.
Well, Liu Cheng here with Bao Yixin. They've had
Please.
tight matches all the way through, haven't they? I mean, okay, yesterday they dodged a match because of Chris Adcock's illness, but in their other 2 rounds they pushed all the way. That's well left.
10-7.
And you wouldn't be surprised if this one goes the distance as well.
No, it's quite even, but Bao and Liu is doing well, and I think most of the rallies they're on top, and they're the ones getting the attack. They have very good serves, both of them, and that means that they come out well of the service situation.
Oh my goodness, complete miss hit from Chen.
11-7, interval.
Well, they are on top scoreline as well. He's had a few of these, hasn't he? That was the 1 point before. He's had a few of these, hasn't he, Chen, in this first spell? A few mistimed hits.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get out of bed the wrong side, don't you? I mean, you must have had that as a player.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, doesn't it?
A lot of time, though, to retrieve the situation, but an excellent start from these two. 11-7 up at the interval.
20 seconds.
No coaches, of course, because
Thank you.
they're all from the same country.
Yeah, I was going to mention that's of course also a different situation for them to see who copes with this best. They are used to getting help from the coaches and getting help with the tactics, and this is of course more difficult when you don't get that help, and you have to find the solutions yourself.
Four. 12-7. Liu.
I mean, the scoreline says it, doesn't it? I mean, it's 12-7, but first few points, Chen was looking powerful, strong, played a couple of beautiful shots, and then it's all gone a little flat, hasn't it, at the other end of the court since?
Yeah, I think, well done. He needs to take some of that pace out, because it doesn't seem like he can beat Liu in the fast and driving game. So he needs to do what he did here. He needs to take off the pace and then get that shot underneath the tape, so he will get some lifts, and then he can use his own power to win the rallies.
And they've been in so many of these situations before that they can work that out themselves, can't they?
They should be able to, yeah.
I mean, they're very experienced players, very.
Yeah.
Fall. Nine, 12.
World Championship medals apart, they've also got an Olympic silver as well, haven't they, Chen Marjin?
Yeah, and who did they lose against?
Yeah, funny enough. They did, as mentioned before, they beat them, though, after 16 defeats in a row.
Yeah.
here. But if they want to face them again, they've got to start improving a little bit of what they're doing here right now. And of course, I think the home crowd might anticipate there may be an Indonesian pair in the mixed doubles final.
Yeah, they will certainly do whatever they can to help the Indonesians in the next match.
Yeah, it should be a different sort of atmosphere in match number 2 on this court. Doing everything right now.
Yeah.
14-9.
But maybe, you know, we shouldn't put too much into this, because we've seen that all the way through the week. The drift from the side opposite the camera in the back of Majin and Chen just makes it difficult playing over there, and usually we have seen more set winners on this side than on the other side.
Yeah, that's a valid point to make, especially as we're watching the first match of the day, and
9.
people may be watching for the first time this week, full semi-finals day.
Do not delay the service.
He's right on top of them, isn't he, Mr. De Silva?
He is, and it's actually a little funny, I think, because if there's somebody delaying the serve, it's Majin. So it's funny that it's Bao who gets told.
Service over. 10-15.
But it's to be encouraged, I think. You know, you want play to be played at a good pace, but you do feel it is being played at a good pace here.
Yeah, I think there's not too much delay going on. And I think, of course, it's okay for umpires to be strict and encouraging players not to delay the game and so on. But they also need that if they tell the players, or if they are being strict, then they also need to follow
11,
it up.
15.
And we don't see that often. So it's mostly just, you know, small warnings, nothing serious.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that, because we've got a match coming up shortly, Carolina Marin and Sung Ji Hyun, where it was, of course, followed through. But we'll talk about that a bit later.
Yeah, but that's also what happened in that match, is that it's so unusual that somebody actually follows it through.
16-11.
At that time, Marin got really surprised that he meant it seriously.
Yeah, she got red carded in that match. Chen just delaying things with a little bit of mopping up of the moisture on the court. Not easy to flick serve him, though, is it? I mean, how was he, 6'2"?
Yeah.
16.
It's when you flick serve, it's easier flick serving towards the side of the court, because it's a longer distance, so it's easier controlling. While if you go for the middle like here, it's quite difficult, both getting it past him and inside the line.
Service over. 17-12.
Well, I would say this opening game's beyond Chen and Ma Jin, but it's a 5-point lead, and it needs a real shift of momentum, doesn't it?
Yeah. I don't see them coming back from this, but you never know.
Service over. 13-17.
That's more like it.
Service over. 18-13.
Well, they haven't got any coaches to, as you say, you know, to talk it through with them.
Yeah. They are a little out of balance, aren't they? It's
19-13.
They're not talking too much together. They're not trying to make a mutual plan.
think they probably know we just need to play better. I mean, the last 2 points have been gifts, haven't they?
Yeah.
And there's another one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, I mentioned before that when Chen moved forward and he was anticipating that Liu was not going to lift this time. He was just staying back there and didn't really move into it. I think they gave up on this set.
Game points. Well, that's an extraordinary conclusion to this game. I mean, 4 points in a row, 4 unforced errors in a row.
First game won by
Take nothing
Liu
away
Cheng,
from Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin because they play very well, but you don't expect to see Xu Chen and Ma Jin just give up on the game as easy as that, really. But there we go. Far from over. You'd expect them to bounce back, but in the ascendancy right now, it's Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin. They've taken the opening game 21 points to 13. A bit of discussion going on here. Xu Chen and Ma Jin. It's a very calm conversation. There's no animation there at all.
No, I think they are searching for openings and what to do. But they really need to find out how to get out of the service situation, because right now Bao and Liu are on top every time they serve, then they also get the attack, and that won't work for Xu Chen and Ma Jin. But let's see also if now they have the drift against them, and that might also help them. It will be easier to control the shuttle on this side.
Well, and Xu Chen now on this side of the court, maybe it might help their
second game
abilities to get back into this match.
Play. Stop. Play must be continuous.
So that's a second chat with her now, and surely the next chat has to be something stricter.
Yeah, it must be.
But to be fair to it, there was an announcement that came over on the tabloid, so I thought they were just waiting for that to stop.
Yeah, I didn't. I really don't think that she's delaying it that much. We've seen a lot of players doing it much worse.
Sure.
But you know, every morning before the tournament starts, the umpires have a meeting, and of course they're discussing, okay, what things are we gonna be strict with today, and what are we looking for, and maybe they've been talking about delay of the game.
Yeah, how can I say, the umpires, line judges, everyone here done a fantastic job. I mean, they're voluntary as well. It's a wonderful service they provide. And, I mean, how many wrong decisions have there been, even with Hawkeye around it?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I must say I've been really impressed with the line judges, especially. I think they have done very well.
Well, we wondered what sort of response there would be, how big a response. So far, no response.
No, they are. Look also at Ma Jin, how she's standing now.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Yeah. She looked like she was waiting for a bus.
Yeah.
Fall. over.
Well, they're off the mark at least.
1-4.
Yeah. But this sometimes happens, that when you don't really make the points that you want and you don't play the way you want to do, then you also maybe get stuck a little bit and you don't move enough. And this is what happens to Su Chen and Ma Jin right now, is they're not moving their feet fast enough, and they really need to get into speed if they are to get anything out of this match.
They had lost 8 points in a row before they got that point prior to this one.
4.
Yeah, and again, this one, they are under a lot of pressure, and Su Chen being quite lucky with this shot.
Yeah, it rolled the tape, didn't it?
Yeah, and you saw it was almost more of a reflex than it was actually defensive shot.
Dispatch it.
Service over. 5-2.
Well, the one thing they've really got going for them is
service over. 3-5.
I'm not sure if they have matches in practice. I'm sure they do. But in terms of international competition, Su Chen and Ma Jin have a 100% record against their opponents.
I've been coaching against both pairings in the past year, and from when you're opponent against these pairings, I would definitely rather play Su Chen and Ma Jin than the two others.
Go on, why is that?
That's because when you look at the Bao, he's got so much power and he's so fast, and I also think that sorry, Lu Chen is, and Bao is so good at the net and closing down that net, and especially in the service situation. I think Su Chen is a little more simple. He is driving at the shots. He's hitting it hard. He doesn't. It doesn't get as tactical with him. He's just trying to play it fast, and
he's all about that raw power.
Exactly. Yeah. And then. When you look at Bao, she's a bigger girl, and she has more reach and more power. So when you play Ma Jin, you can flick serve her, you can move her towards the back, and in that way put them under pressure and get the attack.
Very good insight there from Jesper Larsen. And it's certainly showing in terms of the scoreline right now, that assessment. There, a delicate shot required from Su Chen, and it goes beyond the baseline.
5.
And that's what you want to do with Su Chen, is that you want to challenge him with soft shots and shots that he has to place and not being able to hit hard.
Fall.
And it's knowing when the right moment is to attack, isn't it? And obviously Liu spotted it there.
Yeah, that's a quite short lift.
Liu.
Well, they got off to a great start, these two, didn't they, to this second game, and they maintain an advantage right now.
Service over. 6-8. 8.
Yeah, Chen moved forward now again, like he's anticipating that they're not lifting and moving very close to that service line after the first couple of shots, and makes it difficult for Bao and Lu to get out of the service situation.
Should they not start lifting?
Yeah, I think they should go for lifts and towards the backhand corner of Chen, because the drift is not as strong in that corner as in Chen's forehand corner.
Su.
The crowd doesn't like that the umpire is so strict all the time.
This is definitely
10-8.
the best spell in the match for Chen and Margin. 4 points in a row.
Yeah, some good serving for Chen, and they hold on to the attack after that good serve.
Should say 5 points in a row, actually.
Yeah. Bao and Lu, they haven't really. They are in the same situation as Margin and Chen was in the first set. They don't know what to do after this serve, and they should try and lift it.
Service over. 9-10.
Toes there, wasn't he?
Yeah, and there you see the speed that he can play and how good he is when he's moving. But he really hasn't done that too much until now, the last.
It was like someone suddenly hit the fast forward button on the remote control.
Yeah.
So they're in front. Maybe feeling better about things in this second game. 8-5 down, they lead 11-9.
Seconds, 20 seconds. Liu.
So we're on course
11-9
right now for the need of a third and deciding game in this opening semi-final of these World Championships.
Oh yeah, that is the right solution, and this will make it even more difficult for Lu and Bao, because when you try it out and you then don't succeed and you lift it out, then it's kind of difficult knowing what to do then.
It didn't miss my ranch though, but it was out indeed.
It's funny what happens when you get under pressure and you don't feel that you're doing well. Then you can see it right away also on the other side now that they are not moving, they're standing still, and
the mind does funny things to the body, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Service over. 10-13. Bao. Bow. Don't put your hand to this. Do not put like this.
I'm sorry, I feel she was just celebrating the point. I don't think it was aimed at anyone, was it?
No, I think it's a little too much.
Fall. So it's over. 14-10.
We want to see emotions, and we want to see players celebrating that they win a point. It's
yeah, obviously we don't want them, you know, giving it large to the opponent, but
no.
I don't think that was anywhere near a case of that. That's it.
Some very good saves by Martinez with Chen here.
15-10.
Perfect depth. Another good save this time. They didn't win the point.
So it's over. 11-15.
Found the gap well.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's over.
We're looking at third now, aren't we?
11.
We are, yeah. It's amazing how this game changed around. When they were down 4-0, they both the body language and nothing proved that they were gonna win this set, but they have really done well to come back.
No, there hasn't been a challenge, has there? I mean, that was out, but
no
one's gone to Hawkeye yet. Saved him for the final game, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think there have been any calls that were kind of calling for a challenge, so line judges have done well until now.
Bravo. Nice perception in that from
18-11.
Gave it the eyes as well.
Chen. Do not go around the court. Play.
I think earlier you spoke about getting the wrong leg out of bed. I think that umpire, he's not too happy today.
Yeah, what's going to happen here for Margin after doing up her shoelaces?
Service over. 12-18.
But we've seen this so many times during this week that when the players come to that far end, they have a hard time controlling the drift. Then they don't know what to do with the shots, and they kind of mentally they kind of lose not interest, but they lose their way, and then you can see it on Lu and Bao that they have no confidence right now.
Service over. 19-13. Service over. 14-19. Bow.
Oh, again, because she celebrated the point. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So no celebrations now.
No celebrations, no walking around the court, no doing the shoelaces.
Game points for Chen
Service
here.
over. 20. Game point 14.
And credit to them for the way they have come from a tricky position at the start of this second game.
Yeah, that's a good comeback because they really didn't look like somebody who would have a chance in this match when they were down in the beginning of this set.
15,
but yeah,
20.
they've done really well.
So we are heading to a third game in this mixed doubles semi-finals.
Second game won by
winning
Chen
it pretty comfortably, really, in the end.
21-15, 1 game all.
And both parties winning fairly comfortably. I wonder whether this third one will be a bit tighter. Well, 22nd edition of these World Championships, and previous times the gold medal has been won by a Chinese pair in the mixed doubles, that is.
Final game, love all, play.
And of course the winner of the last 3 mixed doubles titles play each other in the match coming up next.
Yeah, the beginning of this game is very interesting because Havel, Majin and Chen managed to play on that difficult side, and one thing that they definitely need to do is, like they do here, is they need to get those shots under the tape, getting their lifts, and then they need to move forward and keep the attack.
Great point.
Service over, 1-all.
Just looked like they'd ridden the storm in that point, Chen and Margin, and Liu managed to get through the defences of Bao.
Liu Chen, when you look at him, he's a strong boy, and he hits it so hard.
Yeah, Margin was hitting air rather than the shuttle, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Pumped up now.
Yeah, and really getting forward now, standing so close to that first service line, being ready for this middle game. These pushes from Louis that he's trying to put behind Margin, and Chen is really up there now waiting for them.
Service over. 2-all.
But the way the games have developed until now, both of the pairings winning quite easy when they've been standing this side of the court where Bao and Liu are now. Then they want to have a lead, Bao and Liu, when they change ends. They need to maybe be leading with 2 or 3, maybe 4 points. Because of the difficulties playing on that other side.
Service over. 3-2.
Well, they're trading right now. Liu nets. 3-2. Chen Margin lead here. That's a challenge.
Challenge.
You asked for it.
Yixin.
And I think it was a very close call, this one as well. One of those with a low trajectory that may have just missed the line, we shall see. He's given it.
Out. Service over. 3-all. Service over. 4.
Yeah, we see some mistakes now from Bao that she didn't make in the beginning of the game or the beginning of the match, and it just seems like you have this feeling that Margin and Chen are the ones, even though it's even, then they are still better off.
I take it you're basing that really on the fact that it's tight and there's this difference in ends that we saw.
Yeah, but I'm also basing this on if you look at the body language and on Bao and Liu, then they don't seem too comfortable, and they're not moving in the same speed and with the same anticipation as they were in that first game.
Thank you.
There's bound to be a bit of tension out there now. I mean,
please.
Opportunity of a World Championship final, of course. Margin and Chen have been in a couple already, but for Liu and for Bao, it would be a first time.
5-4. 4. Play. Service over. 5-all.
The other thing why I think that Majin and Chen are going to win this one is also because of in the service situation, in the first game especially, but also the beginning of the second game, Bao and Lu was just on top of the situation, and they got the attack every time. Well, it's not the same anymore. Oh. It's a quite good shot.
Service over. 6-5.
Brilliantly placed. And they're sticking with them here, which
6-all.
may well give them the advantage
Chen.
heading into the latter stages here. Can't afford these errors, can they?
No, definitely not.
7,
he did
6.
everything right until that last shot, but if you also look at the net where it's placed, it's not even close to of their standards. This is not close to getting over the net, and it's quite a bad mistake.
Six. Service over. 7-8.
There's well left, and an important point as well.
I was a little surprised that they didn't challenge that one, but I couldn't see it because of Bao's foot.
Can they challenge for?
Oh no, they can't.
No,
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, what a winner!
8-all.
Well, no challenge.
No. The funny thing was actually that Bao was raising her hand right away because she thought it might get called in, and then so she wanted to challenge, but
I thought it was in.
I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Okay. I was wrong. It happens now and again.
That's the first time this week, isn't it?
Probably. That one was definitely out.
9-8.
One game all, 9 points all.
10 8.
Again, missing the nines by a little bit of a margin there.
Yeah, and
no pun intended.
yeah, he wasn't. He forgot about drift and everything. There, he was just hitting it. No control. But yeah, Bao and Lu has they come well out of the service situation the last couple of rallies, and not this one though.
Dug in. Oh, that crept over. Excellent rally.
Yeah, and I think they did right here. That was what I spoke about earlier, was that what you can do when you play Marjin and Chen is try to get Marjin to that back line and move her around, because she doesn't have the same power as for example, Bao does.
Thank you. Play.
I think Chen was ready for that one. That was the only cover, or the only corner he actually covered, but that was enough.
Like a coiled spring, wasn't he? Okay, it's a lead, but it's not a comfortable lead, that's for sure.
11,
Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin.
Interval changes.
No. This final part of the match is going to be about Bao, I think. In the first game and the beginning of the second game, Bao was really covering that net well, and she was getting first up there every time and putting Marjin under pressure. But I think end of the second game and also in the beginning of this, she's making a few mistakes, and she doesn't seem that safe up there anymore. And if Bao and Lu are to get out of this and into the final, then she really needs to step up and get that net.
Margin. Place. Place. Eleven, 10. Play.
Well, it's all about what colour your medal is, isn't it now? Who can turn bronze into a silver, maybe even a gold? The standard of rallies we're going to see from now to the end of the match. We should be in for a bit of a treat.
12, 10.
Yeah, they really made Liu Chen work for this one. I don't know, with Chen, it seems like he has a little problem with his right hip. Not moving that well towards the side, to the right side of him.
Yeah, it might explain one or two errant shots from him. I mean, it's very rare if there isn't an ailment of sort, isn't it, for a player, especially this stage of a championship?
Yeah, but in that second set where they turned it around, Liu had a net shot and Chen threw himself at it, and I think he didn't. He landed a little bit on his hip.
All.
That shot is not easy, but that was just very good control.
Chen, server. Yeah. No, you serve.
I forgot who was serving.
Yeah, or I think Majin was just serving. I think maybe the umpire forgot to correct it the first time.
I think you're right.
Service over.
Must have been.
13-12. Bao.
They'd won the point before
Bao.
as well.
Bao.
I don't know what's going on with this umpire, but even Bao is also just laughing at him.
It's like, yeah, whatever. Good flick serve, that is.
14-12.
So Chen just having a look at the service judge.
Important points now, really important points.
But we can see what they're trying to do, Bao and Liu. They want to keep that attack and they want to move forward and be very high at the net. And they've done well after the change of ends. Still very open.
Yeah, very open and very tight at the same time. It's who can maintain patience, who can mentally be strong at these crucial times. And you have to say Chen and Ma Jin may edge it in terms of that psychology.
All.
You can also imagine that you might get a little more tense being the first time being able to get into the...
Okay.
Chen's turn to be told off. He shouted yes, apparently.
Yeah, that's very bad, isn't it?
Imagine if Nick Kyrgios was playing badminton.
Imagine this umpire having Martin, or Marin, sorry.
Yeah.
She's quite loud after each rally, so.
Service over. 15.
But this is what
14.
I mentioned earlier with the Bao, is that she really needs to take control of that net, and she does it very well here. And again, it's to the right side of Chen, and it's like he's not even trying to move out there.
Yeah. Just quick towel. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, it's not noisy, is it, by Astoria standards?
14.
No, not at all.
But
Play.
This is an intriguing finale, isn't it, to this first of the mixed doubles semi-finals.
If you were to put money on this, you would probably put them on Chen and Martin, but it only takes 1 or 2 good points from Bao and Liu, and they will be winning this one.
Service over. 16-15.
That's long as well, and they have a 2-point lead. Already came through a 3-gamer in the last 16. Beat the
15.
number 10 seeds then from Indonesia, Ricky Widianto, and Puspito Ricky Dilly, and came through a tight match against Kenichi Hayakawa and Misaki Matsutomo earlier than that. And are they going to come through another tight one here against the number 2 seeds? What a serve.
18,
At this
15.
time of the match as well.
Yeah. Chen not expecting it at all.
You're saying how hard it is to flick serve someone that's as big as Chen, and he did it there. Is this the winning run? Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin
19-15.
within a couple of points of the final now.
Yeah, they are doing everything right. They are really high at this net now, and we have Liu standing so close to Bao, and Chen and Majin are just not able to get the attack, and they played so well the last couple of rallies.
So it's over. 16-19.
Yeah, back on the board after 4 successive points for their opponent, Chen and Majin. He's got to start playing some of this error-free, exemplary badminton now if they're going to emerge from this hole they're in. Well, that isn't what you call error-free in top badminton, is it? Serve that didn't even come close to clearing the net. Look at the way this one finishes.
20.
She was looking so cool when she looked at Chen before the serve, but I think that was on the outside.
Match points have arrived. And you have to say, match points for the underdogs. It's given out. There is a challenge. Chen challenges.
Challenge.
Does it just delay?
Margin.
Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin are within one Hawkeye decision of the World Championship final.
And I don't think Bao saw that one landing, and she was asking Liu, was it in or out? And he just goes, let's just wait and see.
Well, tension now. All eyes. And it's in! Hawkeye saves the match for now.
Yeah, and having celebrated it already, it's difficult playing on now.
Still got 3 more match points, but my goodness me. What a start to the day semi-finals. And they've saved another match point. Halfway there.
Yeah.
18-20.
And I thought that serve was actually wide, going wide, but
let's get ourselves back together.
Liu Chen chose to take that one. Yeah, let's see. No, and we saw Martin serve into the net at 16-19. Then Chen, the last couple of serves, he served long. He doesn't want to make that mistake. So let's see if Blue Chen is ready for this serve now, if he serves long again.
3 match points have been saved by Xu Chen and Bao Yixin, but there's one more remaining for Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin here. And they've done it this time. Now they can celebrate. For the first time, the former World Junior Champions are in the final of the World Championships. Liu Chen and Bao Yixin are silver medalists at worst. It would have been crushing for them if they hadn't seen that through.
Bao Yixin, 21-13.
But on the other hand, they did deserve to win on that one because it was clearly in.
Sure. But a couple of years ago, that would have been the end of the match.
Exactly, yeah. That's why the new challenge system is so good.
Xu Chen on the floor, literally at that point. Wonderful moment for the 23 and 22-year-old respectively. They are in the final. Now they just have to wait for their opponents. They don't have to wait too long because the next mixed doubles semi-finals on court next. Congratulations to Liu Chen and Bao Yixin. 21-19, they take it in the third. Celebrations for Liu Cheng and Bao Yixin. They are through to the final. Who do they face? Zhang Man, Zhao Yunlei, or Tantowi Ahmed, Liliana Natsir. Defending champions of the women's and men's singles to follow after the next mixed doubles affair. And then it's women's doubles, Denmark against Japan. But someone's going to turn up the volume knob here now because it's the first of the Indonesians for the semi-finals. Former World Championship pair are about to come out and face a two-time World Championship pair. Three world titles between them, the last three, Zhang Man, Zhao Yunlei. The #1 world ranked pair by some distance, but up against the home favourites.